All right, all right. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. All right, so I hope that many of you are on a lunch break right now. It is noon where I am located, so this is a lunch break reading. This is going to be an all singles reading, and so I'm just going to go through each zodiac quickly. I just wanted to do something right around the Halloween weekend, so let's take a peek and let's just say what's coming up for my singles. You guys, thanks so much for being a part of my world. It's lovely to have you. All right, so I'm going to start out with water signs, then I'll go into air signs, water, fire, air, and earth is my arrangement. I already pre-wrote down what order I'm doing it in, so I have to stick to that now. Anyway, guys, nice to see you. All right, so Scorpios is where we're beginning. All right, so Scorpios, I'm not reading any of these cards in the reverse out of the first deck here. So autumn, whatever you got going on, Scorpios, it's like now. The time is now, which is very exciting. As far as like the Watchtower of the West goes, to me, I'm interpreting this briefly, and these are going to be kind of freestyle reads. You got something coming towards you guys, something that you already see it, you know what you want, and that's like so Scorpio, right? To be looking, going, I want that. Scorpio will have that. That's what I feel like. And Scorpio, hey, maybe while you're out on the weekend, maybe you spot somebody and you go, that one. Oh, I like that one. So Scorpio, whatever this is for you, I'm digging it already. Let's go with this deck. What does Scorpio want? This is all about what Scorpio's hungry for. And it's not intended to take forever. Scorpio's ready to rock and roll. Wow. So as I said, Scorpio seems to know exactly what they see and what they want. You got the Two of Wands in the reverse. Certainty, positivity. Whoever this is, whatever this is, you are looking at it going, I don't mind that it might be a bit of a challenge to get it. The Seven of Wands is, especially in this deck, you already know you're going to be the victor. If it's a job that you want, you're like, I want to work at that company. I like that building. I'm going to have that office right up there. And you're just like, I know I got an interview against 7 other people, but I'm the one. I know I'm the one. It's real cute. Scorpio, I keep grinning because I feel like you're actually like thriving right now. Like you almost want the challenge because that'll make it so much sweeter. Or if you've spotted somebody that you want to ask out, yeah, that's the one that I want. Or if it's that you realize there could be somebody who's very attractive that you spot and you go, I know they've got their pick of all the people surrounding them, but I'm the one that caught their eye. I know it. So Scorpio, it's kind of cute because you're like, I don't really even have to flex to get this. I already can tell that there's an energetic, like a message coming through my head that says, yeah, that's going to be mine because I want that. And it's a sexy, sassy little vibe that my Scorpios have. We've got a 4 of swords in the reverse. This is usually where things have I feel like you realize you're totally healed, which is maybe why you're so powerful at manifesting right now. Because if this were in the upright, you would still possibly be trying to heal. And this card in particular says it's time to close down our lips and just let our ears hear so that we can really listen to what our heart is telling us, listen to what the universe is telling us. I feel like you guys did all that. You are done with that. You heard it. You heard the call. You believe in yourself. You've healed from past wounding. Scorpios, this is some vibe that you guys got going on. I want a little dose of what you guys have. With the Sun card in the reverse. Now, the Sun card is still the happiest card in the deck. Doesn't matter if it's upright or reverse. But again, this is a card of heroism as well, because this is Invictus Soul, the victorious sun. I feel like you've got this cute little vibe where you go, I already know I'm going to be the one that gets selected for this because I can sense that that's what I really want. And they don't even know how much brighter I'm about to shine. You might meet somebody where it's like, I know I caught that person's eye, but they haven't even seen me dressed up yet. They haven't even seen like the next level. So Scorpio, whatever this is, you got some serious self-confidence. You may not know exactly when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, because this can be a lack of like clear vision on something, but you sense it. It's like, even if there's a cloud in front of the sun, you still know that it's daytime, right? You feel the warmth anyway. That's the funny thing. Someone else may not understand what kind of inner power you possess. And you're like, oh, just wait till I show you what I got. You know, there's something really cute about the fact that you kind of know, not kind of, you do know that you'll be successful. You know that what you want, you know that there are other competitors, and you also know that it's you that will be selected. Whatever this is, you trust your abilities to manifest, even though and I think that this is a really significant message. To manifest doesn't mean we say, I want that person, that thing, that exact, whatever, and then it just pops into your hand, right? Instead, it's like, I want to have that quality life, that quality job, that quality, situation. And then you say, and I know that that's what I will receive. And it comes possibly in a form that's a little different than what you would have thought. Maybe it's not that person walks right up to you that very moment, but you go, I'm going to meet that person again. I know it because they made eye contact with me. I made eye contact with them, and we're going to cross paths again. And it's like, you don't know how, you just know. It's really fun. It's a great read, Scorpio. So, so far, that only major arcana that you had was the Sun card. So Leo energy also. Very nice. All right. Next up, we're going to go into Cancer. You guys, thanks to all those of you who are with me. Hi. Good to see you all. Hi, Daphne. All right. So next up is going to be Cancer at 6:40. All right, Cancerians. Let's see where we're going to go. The first deck I don't read any reversals out of, so let's see. This is just kind of a fun little Halloween weekend spread. So you've got summer and you've got the Watchtower of the South. Interesting. Are some of you guys planning a trip someplace warmer? It doesn't mean that you have to wait until summer for something good to come your way. It may mean that you're going someplace where it feels like summer. Especially, we always talk about going south, and going down to warmer climates, maybe during the winter months. Maybe some of you are planning a vacation. Maybe some of you, we've got sunflowers here, which again, a lot of happiness here. It's like you've got some little warm glow somewhere that's kind of like, I almost want to say that when we talk about the South, we're talking about like what's deep down inside, it's not just up here in your mind. It's like, it somewhere deep down. That's really lovely also that you guys are starting out with something to look forward to, some kind of, like, you're not worried about winter months. Ooh, but there could be a delay because we do have an Ace of Cups in the reverse. So maybe summer is more significant. Maybe during the winter months, there is a time period where it's time to start working on filling your own cup, maybe with other things, focusing on self-love, focusing on, or maybe you're good, but somebody else is, well, it's not time to work with somebody else, not at this exact moment, not until they love themselves enough to be a great partner. Because we got that 3 of coins in the reverse. That, or you have pulled back your emotions in a situation and are no longer giving to something because you're turning your attention to those brighter, happier times. Regardless, you are turning your attention to brighter and happier times that are coming. I just don't know if it's Cancerian who has pulled back their energy, or Cancerian who says, I know that so-and-so has to do that work on themselves. Yeah. And then we go into the World card in the upright. Universe got your back. So it could be Capricorn you're dealing with, but you see the universe looks like an eyeball, right? And I actually always look at this almost like it's a Lady Justice here, like making the world right. Things are going to get so good. You're going to have a new, fresh start. So if you're in a moment right now where it's like, things aren't exactly the way I want life to be, but that's okay because I have all these other things that I got to do because I'm prepping for this major change. Some of you might really be experiencing an incredible shift in your life, and you already know about that. This is not coming up as a surprise. This is planning. All of this feels like you're planning what your future is going to look like, and you're in charge of it. And you've got this incredible grace to say, I also know that in the moment, things aren't what I want them to be, but I'm not blue about it at all because this is the necessary time for me to be putting my energy into preparation. If you're going to take a big trip, you got to find the time to pack for it, right? Right now, it's the time for you to pack because you got big changes coming up. A new cycle in life can represent anything from you're about to become famous with the world card. You're about to do global travel. You're about to have a massive transformation in yourself or in the way you see the world. You might be opening up like a third eye. You might be really tapping in and tuning into the universe. You may be completing some kind of educational situation where now you see the world with a whole new set of eyes. And this can also most definitely talk about a change in partnership, something that it's like you step into the happiest time of your life or the happiest next phase of your life where it's loving and it's abundant and it's all new adventures. Ooh, Cancerians. I want to be you too. So far, I wouldn't mind being a Scorpio or a Cancer, but I'm like Virgo in 10 placements. So I'm nowhere close. All right, next up, let's go on to Pisces. You guys, thanks everybody who's out there with me right now. Forgive me that I'm not looking up to say hello too often, only because I'll get off track and I'll forget what zodiac I'm on. I can be a bit scattered, but thank you guys for being here. You're awesome. All right, let's see. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. You actually just got 2 cards out. These ones excuse me. Oh, one is upright, one is in the reverse. It doesn't matter. I only read this first deck in the upright. Invocation and respect. Pisces. So you are actually, you're calling in like a higher level of, how do I say this? I feel as if the change in you is actually what is invoking someone else to step up to your level, like to treat you better, to find the dignity within themselves and act more like you do. This is you pulling somebody right on up with you. It's like if you walk into a room and you see people are putting together, whatever, a piece of furniture, you go, you're going to put it together there? And they're like, well, yeah. And you go, it doesn't belong in this room. It belongs over there. You can totally feel the feng shui here. It's got to go next door. And they go, oh my God, you're right. Somehow you elevate something. Somehow you take it up a notch. And then people go, what else do you think we should do? And pretty soon you've got a job being an interior designer and you didn't ask for it. You just naturally, there's something that you do well and you can see it and you kind of say it and somehow it shifts everything to the next level and it gains you a certain amount of respect. I don't know why I just went down the road of like furniture. That's a weird example, but that's what popped into my head. So maybe some of you are very savvy about feng shui and placements. This invocation card is also associated with like a ritual. So something that, to me, a ritual has the element of, yes, it's tradition, but it's tradition that has meaning, right? It's not just like mindless, oh, we're just going to do this. We're doing this because it opens up something more positive, something where obviously you can see the energy flowing. So it's like, I'm thinking of like the ritual of, taking a shower is a ritual, right? That's something that we do. We have a morning routine. It feels great to start the day fresh and clean. It feels good to connect with water. That element of the earth that is so important and it's a big part of who we are. Whatever this is though, I feel like some of you for whatever reason, I keep feeling like some of you are going to become incredible leaders in something. I don't know what that means yet. Let's go with this deck. Yeah. All right, Pisces, let's see. What the heck are you leading? What the heck are you, and you just got the Hierophant. You're leading people toward healing? Is that it? Are you a spiritual healer? I mean, wow, to have that come out after the ritual card, that's pretty incredible. And it's almost like you help create a space for this. Maybe you're involved in setting up a program, something that helps people to heal. You become the person that oversees a program. You become somebody. It's all about a beautiful sense of finding a belief in a higher power and healing energy. Now, some of you, this could also, because this is a marriage card and we have the ritual card as well, this could also be that somebody wants to take a relationship with you to the next level, or you meet the partner that is going to become that long-term mate, possibly a very traditional sense of a relationship. You meet that partner while you're engaged in doing something else, some other aspect of your life where you shine really well. They meet you while you're working, they meet you and they see like the quality of person that you are, and they go, wow, I'd like to be with Pisces. So this elevates everything. And we do come into, I feel like your story has two sides to it. I feel like we're talking about a marriage, a long-term commitment, whatever that means to you, right? Marriage of the soul, marriage on paper, marriage, however you perceive a connection. But it's as if someone looks at Pisces and goes, Pisces deserves that upper echelon. They deserve the real commitment. Somebody respects you so much. Whoever this partner is, they respect the heck out of you. I really like this. I really like the fact that it's such, I like love that's based in deep respect. And if you observe, some kind of ritual, it's not because it's like, oh yeah, we're going to say these words, blah, blah, blah. No, this has profound meaning, and it does make the energy flow in a more beautiful way, in a very positive, very healthy sense. Oh, I like that. All right. Pisces, you are done, my dears. We're going to move into Leo next. We're going into the fire signs next. 16-18 for Leo. All right. Hey guys, good to see you. Oh, good. Star, that made sense. Awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm feeling much better. All right, Leo, you just got two cards out also. Both of yours were in the reverse. Interesting. You got fire, passion, and then you've also got the guardian, familiar. Ooh, I'm very much, okay, so I just want to say the word wildcat. Leos, I don't know if you're about to have some foxy good times up ahead or what, but this is looking like some of you have that powerful feline energy, but it's interesting because the word guardian is attached to this. I kind of feel like, and you notice that the cat's little third eye here is glowing as well. You're being guided to someone who has the same amount of energetic passion that you do. I keep having this image in my mind, not of a house cat, but of like a large jungle cat. And you know how they can be like you see cheetahs or jaguars laying in trees, and then all of a sudden, and they kind of always look even a little pudgy, because they've got so much muscle mass. And when it's slack, it's just kind of like, bulges of gorgeous fur. And then all of a sudden they jump up and you see the energy that is housed within them, that raw power. That's what I feel like. Like some of you Leos, somebody notices that kind of raw power within you and they go, whew, you're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? And it's like they suddenly have this, I want to say like a magnetic draw to you. They want to, it's not that you need protecting per se, but there is some kind of passion that somebody develops for you because they want to be around that kind of energy. Yes, you are quite capable of probably protecting them and your own self, but they're instilled with this desire to actually, to be familiar with you and to almost, I don't want to make this about like possession. It's not, I don't read about like someone wanting to possess another person as like property, but it's like they want to be beside you. They have this power and this passion for you and want to be protective over you, even though the thing that they're so drawn to is really how much you don't need protecting because you got it going on. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the vibe I get off of this. Let's see where this goes. Nine of Wands in the reverse. So you've been done with something. You're not looking anybody's direction. You're not out there trying to heal. You're not trying to reconnect with somebody. You're not lifting a finger. That when that wounded warrior card is in the reverse, it's like, yeah, I'm so not hung up on any exes. I'm not trying to get back with anybody. I'm looking in a whole new direction. I don't think that you realize you're being admired. With this Page of Wands, you're very self-resilient is how Leo comes across. Standing here looking out across the desert going, I think I'll go hiking across the Gobi. And it's like, what? You don't just do that. And you're like, yeah, I think I'll do that. And you've got the power to do it. Somebody sees your independence. And I think that that's a major turn on for whoever this is who's looking Leo's direction. And maybe that's just it. That's why they're like, I don't want you going across the Gobi Desert without anyone beside you. And you're like, trust me, I'll be fine. And they know it, but they still feel like they want to go with you. I don't know what this is about. If it's like someone who they know that you're the person willing to step up and do, like, maybe you want to take some particular trip alone, and someone who was formerly just a friend is like, no, I don't want you going on that trip alone. And you're like, why the protective energy all of a sudden? Ooh. We've got a 3 of Swords here. This is somebody who, even though you're done with exes, the reason maybe they see you as so single, and the reason maybe it instills this desire for them to be a guardian and to give you some form of protection, is because they think that you've been betrayed. Somebody sees this and kind of wants to be the one to heal that in you. I think that's really very sweet. And maybe if you are somebody who's like going on adventures, living life, maybe it is a little bit because you're like, hey, I'm single, I'm solo, I'm fine being that way, and I'm just going to have adventures. But it maybe is because there's a little somewhere in the back of your mind, like a little bit of that jaded energy where it's like, well, it's not like I'm going to meet somebody that's going to go with me anyway. And it's like somebody subconsciously picks up on that. Somebody who feels really drawn to you, somebody who wants to walk beside you, somebody who wants to, I don't know, kind of like make you believe a little differently. Like, I would have your back. Maybe you haven't known people who've had your back in the past, but I'm different than that. It's interesting. It's a nice vibe, because it's not to overwhelm the Leo, but rather to kind of like, they sense that the Leo is super independent, super good solo, but underneath it, there is a little bit of a tarnished belief maybe in love, and somebody wants to kind of take that away. They don't really like the idea of the Leo marching along all alone, and it's because there's a respect, and there's also a pretty profound attraction here. I like it. Leos, you may be interacting with somebody at some point in time here. Wow, he just got so many cards. Okay, we're going to run through them anyway, because if we got them, we got to rock and roll with it. Oh my gosh, hold on. So you may reject this person's offer with that Page of Cups in the reverse. You may be like, yeah, no, don't need anybody. You may also not really answer their interest, or you may dismiss them and go, yeah, I don't believe you. Even though this person is trying to like come in, you may slow their roll quite a bit. No, not interested. Nope, I'm single and I'm good. And yet, I don't know, with this 5 of Pentacles, it's in the reverse. Somehow this person, they get into you just a little bit anyway. Somehow, even if you are like, nah, not interested, I'm good solo, there is still something a little bit heartwarming about this, that someone doesn't want you to go alone, or they don't want you to be single and solo. We got the Justice in the reverse, followed by the Queen of Wands. This could be a Libra that comes in for you. In only my readings, when the Justice card comes out in the reverse, that is where things are being made right that were previously wrong. This is the karmic balance of the universe. You are showing up here, whether you're masculine or feminine, as somebody who is exactly what we've been describing: single, solo, totally good on your own. And yet, and a little bit unapproachable and a little bit aloof sometimes she can be, but extremely passionate. This is somebody who knows all that about you, sees that about you, likes you for it. And the universe is kind of like bringing somebody in who really sees you, who knows that about you and isn't trying to take that away from you, but actually admires you because of what you are. It's a nice change of energy. They're not trying to say, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. They're trying to say, I want to go with you. I like it. Leo, that's an interesting little story. I feel like I should write a short novella over Leo's little story there. I want to know more about that person. I like them. I like their moxie in approaching somebody who's like, All right, next up is Aries, 24-28. You guys, everybody who's with me, thanks so much for being here. I'm sorry I'm not saying hi as often as I would like to, just because I'm trying to stay on target with these. Aries, Aries, Aries. What have we got for you guys? Boy, Aries, that took a little while. You're the only zodiac that's taken some time. Oh, and you got 3 cards. Okay, so we've got stability, we've got manifestation, and we've got invitation. Well, 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 well. I don't mind that at all. The fact that you guys are going into, oh, excuse me, I said invitation. It's initiation. My bad. Stability, manifestation, and initiation. So some of you are actually, are you joining some new and very exciting like organization or something that you've wanted to, something that you've wanted to be a part of, something that you've wanted to put your, with initiation, it's as if you would be inducted into something, but it could also just be the initiation into a newfound sense of self-awareness. It doesn't have to be like with a group situation. It could be all referring to inner, especially with that stability card. Stability comes from within first, and then we can more easily create it external to us. And then to manifest everything that you want after that, I do feel like, Aries, this is more of a personal sense of like, I know I want to pull like with my hands, like I'm pulling energy inward and it's all clicking into place. Some of you might be stepping into the next level of vibration, whatever that may mean for you. Like you see things differently, you taste things differently, you experience things differently. You have a connection to the universal guides, whatever that means for you. Something, it could be religious belief, spiritual belief, whatever version of that clicks within you, but you are very tapped in to that universal energy, and that is allowing you to use that, harness it, and manifest whatever the heck you want. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, let's take a look. Aries. 6 of Wands and 9 of Wands in the reverse. You're done fighting for things that were not yielding results, and that knowledge that some battles are not mine to fight, some things are not going to be changed no matter how much I wish that they'd be changed. Let me instead turn my attention and redirect my attention to other areas of life. Let me become a leader by not fighting against a cause or fighting against something that I'm resisting, but rather let me put my energy into constructing something, becoming a leader in progress instead of part of the resistance, if that makes sense. I really like this because talk about changing your vibration. You're leading, and I do feel like literally like you are leading things to a more healthy state of mind, a more healthy state of being. You could somehow be very involved with nourishment. I feel though like you are taking knowledge from the 5D, but you're applying it in the 3D. She's standing here eating grapes. Some of you, heck, you may, I don't know, you open up some restaurant or something that's all about like soul food, but it's got some unique twist on it where it does have something to do with the soul as well. It's like you tap in and you become the bridge between the spiritual and the 3D. And you become extremely successful. You gravitate toward things that make more success in your life. You got this 5 of Wands in the reverse. You're not struggling between, if you look at this card in the upright, we have the heart, we have the head, right? So basically the argument between what our heart wants versus what our big, beautiful brain keeps kind of sometimes getting in the way of. You don't have that contradiction within you. You found a way. I keep feeling like you bridge a gap. Maybe you find a way to, instead of fighting for a past romance where you wish that a romance had worked out differently, you completely surrender to it and you go, actually, if that person was someone that I had to try to fight for, let me instead focus on self-love. Let me instead focus on my nourishment. Let me instead show this person how beautiful I am, but I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for them. I'm no longer struggling to maybe hope that one day a lover will look my way and see how worthy I am. I know that I'm worthy, and that could be another element of this, of you upping your vibration. You realize I'm actually solid. I'm healthy. I believe in me. I know I can be successful. I'm not going to fight battles. I'm going to excel. And that puts you into some really beautiful vibration of like, I want to say contentment, but also something about growth. Something about growth. Well, we have people made out of trees. Talk about growth. And you got the Four of Wands here. Now, this did come out sideways. It's as if you are growing into the preparedness to have a partner that you will have deep roots with, a tremendous amount of, I mean, this is a marriage card, but it's a marriage of the souls. You may also be taking up some kind of, like, really interested in nature, really interested in agriculture, really interested in, I don't know why I even want to say like, like maybe subsistence farming, or, there's something very, very attuned to nature. Like I said, the spiritual self combining with the 3D, but you're doing that in multiple levels, and it's making you feel good. Ooh. All right, Aries. Definitely keep shining. That's really beautiful. All right, you guys. Next up, we've got Sag, and then I'll go into the air signs next. Sag at 3110. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What have we got here? It seems like all of these are turning out to be about 6 minutes long. I don't know how. Sag, hang on. You just got incubation, but then you also got initiation again. So we just saw that initiation just came out for Aries, and now you've got it as well. Why are we talking about a time period here? This is what's yet to come for you. This person is in a fetal position inside of an egg. There's a part of your life that hasn't hatched yet. When you do hatch, that's when you go into some, I want to say that you join something, this does feel like you join an organization to incubate something. You know what's weird? I don't feel like this is you. It's like something else is going to blossom, and then you wind up initiated. Maybe it's like a partner who is still in incubation. They're getting their downloads, their upgrades, however you want to say it. I don't know why. I just don't feel like that's you. I feel like it's something else is still incubating. And when it blossoms, then you wind up getting initiated into something. The something is what's not ready yet for you. You may be good to go, but the situation isn't ready for you yet, or the other person. Maybe it's like a divine counterpart. Maybe it's, let's go with this deck for you, since this is so curious to me. Sag, what did we just get? Yeah, okay, so we have 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords in what I would call the good version of something. So the ice is thawing. We've had a necessary ending. We got all frozen over for a period of time. It was put on ice, but little by little, the glaciers are melting. We're coming out of an ending now. We're not there yet. So this is, again, kind of like the incubation. And then we've got this Four of Cups. Four of Cups can be, it can be a missed opportunity, but in this case, because we see it in what I would call like the good version of it, this is somebody who's meditating on things yet to come. So it's not missed opportunities. This would be a missed opportunity, right? We see everything's broken. This is no more potential. The leaves have fallen off, but that's not how we got this card. We got it with we're almost starting to see this idealized vision of what the future is going to look like. And you see it and you taste it, and it's kind of glowing there in front of you. You haven't yet brought your cup to pour it into this huge decanter. I feel like this is a relationship spread. I feel like this is somebody who they had to end something of their own, then they had to do healing, then they had to upgrade. And once this other individual is there, that's where the two of you may be able to come together. But it's an interesting thing. Like the initiation may be a long-term committed relationship, or we got a 10 of Pentacles here. But this 10 of Pentacles is, we're still out in the cold right now. We're not there yet. I keep seeing there was like financial loss. There was whomever it is that you are, I don't want to say waiting on, because I don't think that you know that this is going on. But like if you find yourself single right now, it may be because you sense that, I don't know why, but I just feel like in the next couple months or in the next year or whatever, I'm going to meet somebody who's like just right for me. It's like you feel that little glow and you know you're getting closer and closer to it. But you don't want to rush it. You don't want to be in a situation with somebody who's not there yet, right? And it's funny because money seems to be an issue since that did come out in the negative. Now, hold on, because you got yet another 10. Wait, I'm sorry. That's 5 of Cups. I don't know why I wanted to say 10. The 10 of Cups, what is it? I think it looks a lot like this. I think that there's daffodils. I think these are roses, and the 10 of Cups in this deck has yellow daffodils on it. This is, again, you're going to be very delighted that even though maybe things are taking a long time to come in, there's something very beautiful. I don't know that you're walking around lonely. I feel like this is the other person walking around lonely. And I don't know that it's anyone you've ever met. I mean, this is a singles reading. This is like you sense that there's an amazing partner out there for you. And it's like, universe, if they need to get their act all cleaned up before I can have a successful union, trust me, I'm happy to wait. I know that I'm going to have a huge payoff and have all that happiness, but I don't want to rush it. I don't want to make it so that somebody has to come in sooner than what they're really ready to be here. This 5 of Cups, it's funny that I wanted to call it a 10, because really with this, it came out a little bit more sideways, but mostly upright. So I'm reading it that way. But if you really look at it, it's written on either side. 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Anytime we put 2 5s together, we get a 10 anyway. This reading has been very much about ending cycles and then having a rebirth, which makes sense because we start out with that incubation. We start out with that birth process, a little egg ready to hatch. But what's hatching out seems like it's going to be a really fantastic potential relationship. Somebody who's probably deeply sensitive, if they've gone through a lot of hurt, if they've gone through a lot of, closed out cycles. That's hard to go through, but sometimes it also makes people the best versions of themselves once they've healed. So anyway, Sag, that's what we got for you. All right, Libras, we're moving into the air signs now. Libra at 3740. All right, Libras, let's jump on in. Libra, I didn't mean for you to get 2 cards, but excuse me, you got 3. I thought only 1 came out, and then before I could close my pause, 2 more popped out. So, all right, here's what we've got. We've got awakening, we've got feminine, and we've got intensification. Okay, sorry, I'm thinking something else right now. Interesting. So, Libras, this awakening is blissful. Somebody might be really getting in touch with their divine feminine. Someone, now I don't read for genders, but we all have divine masculine and feminine within us, right? Somebody may be seeing you as their divine feminine. It's, the lady / goddess is up here. And the fact that we're going to this is almost otherworldly. You see how we have Stonehenge, and you see how we've got like a little bit of a portal here. It's funny. What I was thinking about, I'll go ahead and mention it. Lithia is my pen name. And so I was just smiling about that because I'm like, oh, that is so up my alley. This is an interesting thing to see somebody awakening, and then it's as if maybe this is just you, maybe not just you. I mean, the wonderful you. Maybe it is you that's having an awakening, embracing some other component of yourself and realizing how much you do love yourself, realizing how much of a generator you are, how much of a manifester you are. This is somebody who can give birth to all new things. That's what the feminine energy is, right? They're the ones who bring forth life. But I'm a little bit more inclined to believe that this is a major transformation that somebody is going through, understanding who their divine counterpart is. I feel like this is somebody looking your direction. And it's like once they become awakened to it, okay, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. There is a very quaint, inexpensive hotel in Paris. And the times I've been there, I always stay at that one. And it's like a 2-star. It's nothing fancy, but I love it. And it's very small and compressed and itty bitty staircase that you got to be careful on. But in the morning, they bake croissants there. And to wake up, well, as soon as you smell a croissant, you're not going back to bed. Okay. I feel like somebody smelled your croissant, whatever that means. That came out way wrong. Somebody, once they caught a whiff of you and they understand what it is, they're going downstairs because they have to. And they're going to keep going to that hotel every time they go to Paris because that's where those croissants are. I don't know what else to say other than the desire to get up, get dressed, and go downstairs get stronger and stronger and stronger once you smell that first little scent of a croissant. Maybe that'll make sense to somebody out there. I have no idea. Tell me more. Tell me more. I like the awakening. I like even the fact that this is getting crazy intense. I feel like somebody is definitely recognizing what a profound connection they have with somebody. And it is very hard to put into words, with that being Stonehenge, with that being an element of, it is a little otherworldly. It is like once they walk through this portal, there's no going back. They became aware of something, and now it's like they're vibrating with that knowledge. And it gets stronger and stronger, almost like somebody is getting more and more drawn to the Libra. Okay, my tummy's about to rumble, by the way. If you hear it on camera, sorry. But we've got the Strength card in the reverse. Somebody's still scared. They're scared to acknowledge this, or they're scared to take that step through that portal. They're almost afraid, like maybe this connection that they feel toward the Libra is so profound. It's like maybe they realize that who the Libra is to them. And then once you realize that, it's like, crap, if the Libra doesn't want me, then what do I do? You know, so there is an element of worry involved in this too. Or it's you who's awoken and now you can't go back to sleep. You know what your power is now. Maybe now you're also able to see where somebody is trying to manipulate you, and you know that has to change. But then with this Four of Pentacles, I always look at this particular Four of Pentacles less as holding back and more as holding on. You see that we've got this elephant, you know, holding memories here. Somebody is progressing forward while still looking back over their shoulder as well. So we do have something that is, somebody's about to make a major transformation in their life. And I feel like it is scary, but I also feel like it's so necessary, and somebody knows that. They've maybe been resisting it for a period of time. Wow. So if this had been somebody, we got the Two of Swords in the reverse. Someone who had been wondering, can I change things in my life to then be with the Libra? They're realizing that it's not really an option of not being with the Libra. They've got to be with the person that they know they're being called toward. And that requires them putting aside any kind of question mark or any kind of other things that would tug them off of that path. If someone had been like, oh, I'm single and just going to flit around, and, you know, Libra's cute, but, you know, not that interested in getting into a commitment. This person is like, I can't fight the fact that I need a commitment. Like, that's how it has to be. There isn't anybody else that's attracting me. I don't want to flit around from space to space. I want to like build something. And that's what I would say this is with the intensification. So somebody seems to realize Libra's worth. And once they realize it, you can't unsmell that croissant. So we've got Aries here. We've got Leo here. If this is all about the Libra, recognizing their own personal worth and then getting like this feeling of, this is a path that I need to go down for myself. And you know what? I don't think I want to deal with anybody who wants to take some of my incredible power. Maybe somebody didn't want you to know how powerful you were, and they were manipulating in that way. And you're like, that's got to change, because I now know who I am. And it's not to be egotistical. It's like, and it's maybe even like, I care about this person. Maybe it was someone dear to you, someone near to you, someone close to you, you know, even family, that still kind of put you into a box. And you're like, I don't belong in a box. And I know that now. I have very clear direction of what I want next. So whatever this is, if there was poor advice being given by someone who really kind of didn't want to lose Libra's amazing energy in their life, so they were kind of always filling Libra's head with ideas like, well, you probably can't do that, or it probably wouldn't work out. The Libra's like, huh, have you seen me? Have you smelled me? I am amazing. I can do whatever I put my mind to, and I'm doing it. It's either the Libra taking charge, or it's someone else charging toward the Libra, or it's the combination of the two, which I would say is very possible considering how much like magic we have in these cards. Very nice. Okay. Wow. That took us on a little journey of mystical delight and croissants. All right. Aquarius, you're up next at 4605. Aquarians. Hey guys. Thank you, MHM. Thanks for riding with me. You guys are so awesome. You're so fun. Hi, Pupita. Good to see you, sweetheart. All right. So Aquarius, you've got autumn as well. And then you've got cleansing. It was Scorpio who got autumn. So are you cleaning house? Are you doing fall cleaning instead of spring cleaning? Your element associated here is water. That's emotions. Are you cleaning out emotions right now? And, you know, water is a great equalizer. Water is also a great conductor. We are mostly water. So is our planet. So there's this incredible like connection and ebb and flow that you may be feeling much more comfortable in. You may be starting to feel very serene, very settled. Autumn is a great time where we harvest things. Then we also prepare to kind of wind down a little bit for the winter, or set almost like a new rhythm for ourselves. You know, it's dark a little bit earlier. We want to sleep a little bit longer. It's almost like, what I would say is, if you've come out of a time of turbulence, particularly emotional turbulence, things are about to get very calm, very serene, and this is your time to really restore yourself. It's like there's a safety zone that you're shifting into now that's going to feel really good and really healing and really, well, cleansing, obviously. Let's go with, let's do this deck. Eight of Wands. Somebody wants to talk to you. This could actually be that someone wants to come in and have a conversation that maybe is long overdue. Maybe emotions have settled down enough that this could be an apology coming in. This could be somebody who really wants to converse with you at a very calm, like neutral energy, something that, or if this is you taking off in a new direction, the people that you'll interact with from here on out will be things that are, even though it still is about motion and it's about action, it's not about chaos. I feel more strongly that this is a storyline where you're going to be engaging in conversation that makes you feel better about something. Page of Swords in the reverse, after a time period of silence. So there might have been chaos that then became like, hey, I'm just withdrawing from this. My energy settled, grounded. I don't want to deal with stress. And enough time has passed and you are feeling really solid and really good. And now I do feel like somebody is coming in to maybe apologize for a time period where there was silence, maybe explaining something. Both of those cards to me talk of communication. Yeah, somebody is, oh my gosh, we got a big change coming up here. Serious change of direction. So we've got a 5 of coins in the reverse. Somebody does not want to, they don't want to leave things cold the way they've been. And this could be an apology for having left you out in the cold. Or this is a new person coming in who is balanced and energetically like calm, and they are going to basically wash away and cleanse the memory of someone who ghosted you. And it's going to be kind of amazing because you're not going to feel out in the cold. Also, just as a side note, I have to tell you guys this. You see those pentacles, you see the arrangement of them. I have a medallion necklace that is identical. It's made up of 5 little pentacles that are identical to this. And that's one of the items I'll be giving away for those of you who watch my bonus readings. I put out a bonus read every day, and every day for the 2 months, all of November and all of December, I'll be doing a giveaway every day. So you guys stay tuned for that if you watch that series, because I thought that was so cool. And I actually am going to be giving away a card that mimics this because I think it's such an awesome thing to think, like, to wear something tangible that reminds you, I'm not in the cold. I'm not in a place of lack. So I thought that was kind of a cool giveaway gift. So sorry, that's just a spoiler alert, I guess. You're the only zodiac I've said anything to, but that just excited me to see that. Whoever this is, they're coming in to tell you, I've made a complete change, or they're going to be changing the direction of what you have known. This is moving into a time of great happiness. And I look at this as November, you know, that we see the cornucopia here. This to me looks like you could be getting booed up for the winter with somebody who is fun, somebody who is delightful, somebody that you snuggle with and toast with at Thanksgiving and, you know, Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate. This is joyful times are up ahead, and that is part of the significant shift. If this is somebody from your past coming back in, they're coming in with explanations that are satisfactory to thaw things out, whatever the coldness was between the two of you. But I'm a little bit more inclined to believe that it's a new person who's coming in and they actually cleanse away the memory of the past. That's what it looks like. Oh, how nice. Aquarians, I'm so happy for you. It's so lovely to see no more sorrow, no more pain. I like it. All right, Geminis. And then after Geminis, we will be moving into the earth signs and wrapping it up. 50 to 12. Gemini, here we go. Nice to see all of you guys here. Hi, Victor. Thanks for being here. Yeah, right, Victor? I know I am hungry because I was talking about croissants. Gemini, what have we got? Also, you guys stay tuned because this weekend I'll be putting out one more zodiac reading for each zodiac. What is going on? Does everybody have something new coming up all at the same time? I mean, you can see how well shuffled the deck is and how much shuffling I've just done. We just got autumn again. I want to get just one more here for Gemini. So we had Scorpio got that, and then Aquarius got that. I think that's very interesting. Autumn is an important time for everybody. A lot of people want change. And then we just got incubation. And right now I can't remember what zodiac got incubation. But somebody did. So is this you going in right now in autumn? Are you going into a time period where you are focusing inward because you're absorbing? What I want to say is you're absorbing information right now. So somebody who's in an egg they're still in a protective shell because they need the protection, because all the important stuff is still happening within their body, or their, you know, if you want to talk about more of the spiritual body instead of the physical body. Right now, in this autumn time period, you may be choosing to enclose yourself in something because you're like, oh, I got all this stuff I need to assimilate within me, and I need to do that in a bit of a little quiet space. Why? What are you going to hatch into? This is exciting. I like the idea of looking forward to what hatches next. Ooh, okay, what did we get? What's hatching out? We have a King of Wands and we have the World card. So some of you are ready to show up with a whole bunch of like passion, a whole bunch of, now this world card did come out sideways. So I don't know what you're going to be passionate for yet. And maybe you're not 100% sure yet either. Maybe that's why some of you could be studying something right now. Some of you could be saying, I'm not looking to date at the moment because during this autumn time period, which, I mean, technically we're practically through autumn and almost headed into winter. So this could be in the midst of where you already are, Geminis. You could be, working on, you're almost ready to hatch out and then kind of take the world by storm. This is a beautiful, loving, passionate, like, I am ready to get down. I am ready to have more fun. I'm ready to, I feel like some of you were exhausted, and being in that little eggshell was as much about healing as it was assimilating new information and getting uploads and changing things in your energy flow. It's like you knew that you needed to focus on getting your lust for life back, your passion, because you got a whole new adventure ahead of you. And it's all about divine timing. Some of you were content to let things sit dormant for just a hot minute because you've been doing tons of work behind the scenes that nobody has seen. You knew that a change was coming in your life, and you knew you needed to be prepared for it. With all the zodiac signs that we see circling him, I feel like you've been aware that your life was going to take some new directions, and you don't know exactly what skill set you need to be ready for. So I feel like you said, let me upgrade all my skill sets. Let me go quiet for a little bit and let me focus on tons of different things. Some of you, maybe you did such a blend or have been doing such a blend of things. You changed your eating habits. You started to, put in an exercise routine. You took up kickboxing. You're like, I think I want to be super physically fit. I also think I want to learn a second language. I also think I want to study up on whatever the newest computer application is. I also think I want to do, a wardrobe upgrade or something like that. You might have done so many different things because you're like, I don't know exactly what's coming at me next, but I know that it's going to be busy. And I know that I want to feel really good, really strong, really fit, really sexy, really passionate, really powerful, because I don't know who I'm meeting next. I only know that I'm going to have all new opportunities. And I want to be the person who can step up and go, oh, I know how to do that. Oh, I can handle myself in that situation. I feel like you guys are prepping. So when you hatch, Gemini, you're hatching with a whole new, it's like a major makeover is what I want to say. Maybe some of you do have a new look. You have a new Six of Pentacles, Ace of Coins, Eight of Swords in the reverse. But then you also have the Fool card in the reverse. There is an element where you're not going to do anything risky. As much as you're ready for a significant change, you're not letting other people push you into anything. You might, especially because you're coming out as a king. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, of course, but let me put it this way. If you start working at a new company, you walk in like a boss already. If they try to push you and get you to do things that are maybe beyond what you agreed to do, you'd probably cock your head to the side and go, what pay grade does that come with? And they go, what? You say, well, that's not part of what I do, but you're right. I'm competent. And if you'd like me to do that too, I can, but what's my, what pay grade do I step up to then? And they go, well, you're just new. And you go, yeah, but I'm your MVP. So what do you want to pay me for it? And you may just have like a kind of a chill way where you just kind of conduct yourself and it's like, crap, they're right. Like Gemini does know what their worth is. So you don't just leap into stuff. You kind of step back a little. I picture you stepping back and turning your head to the side frequently to kind of survey something before you just say yes. I think fair treatment, incredibly important here with that Six of Pentacles. You are very competent and you know it. And so you will have a nice reciprocal, respected energy around you. If in the past there were people that knew your value, but kind of wanted to squeeze out as much of your beautiful energy without giving you in return, that's not going to happen anymore. This is a new start in life for you that's really joyful. And you seem to be bringing people into your life that want to give you equal reciprocity. And that's going to extend in all areas of life. When we know what our worth is, remember, this is a whole new world. So you're like, I just feel the sense of incredible confidence and passion. And when you put those two together, I kind of feel like some of you, you're going to have a heck of a lot of suitors, because that level of confidence, and I mean, confidence is always sexy, but when you kind of also have this slow approach, you don't get rushed, you kind of become like the mysterious stranger who, like, everybody's like, oh my God, that person is like so bold, but they're cool about it. I don't know. I feel Gemini's like, you've stepped into this category of a bit of like a sexy enigma by the time you hatch out, and it feels really good. So I don't know what that means for you guys, but I swear, with all of these readings, I feel like I want to write like short stories off of these things that I'm picking up, because I want to know the rest of the story. All right, last but not least, we're getting into the Earth sign, Virgo, at 10052. Okay, here we go. Virgos, hold on, tea time. I probably have lipstick all over my cup. Don't look. This watermelon tea, by the way, it's really yummy. Okay. Oh, you got, oh my God, you got a ton of cards. What the heck? Okay, so we've got rebirth, and it's right around like Yuletide. So winter is going to be super, super important for you guys. You guys are reinventing something in your life. There's a whole new you. Winter is going to be good. If you didn't used to like winter, you're going to like it now. We have the alchemist working out in the little herbal kitchen. So this is you transmuting one thing into another. I feel like it's yourself. Some of you might also be very into good nutrition over the winter months, like nourishment, right? Making sure that you nourish your soul so that you go through this transmutation. You know, I feel like everything that enhances you becomes something that you're interested in. So experiences, the food you eat, the entertainment you consume, anything that becomes a part of your energetic environment, you start to be selective about it, because you know it can help you transform things in just the way you want it to. So it's like you look at everything in your life, your experiences, the people you connect with, as an ingredient that you're putting into a dish that you're making. And you know that when you put all the right ingredients together, it's going to turn it into something new. Like you're baking a cake, but the cake is you. That's interesting. I've never got that before. Then we've got banishment. Whew, Virgo, this is like anything that is not going to help bake that cake. Look, if you're making a cake, you are not going to want somebody to walk up and be like, oh, you're making a cake? Awesome. Let me throw in a handful of sunflower seeds, cayenne pepper, and, you know, a little bottle of vodka. Like, that's going to wreck my cake. So I banish you from my kitchen because you didn't come with the right ingredients. And I feel like you've got basically boundaries. You're learning. And this could be you banishing from your own energy flow the things that don't serve you. Self-doubt, out the door. I don't need that. Worries that you're not enough. I don't need that. I feel like you are very much letting go of things that do not serve you. Responsibility. Interesting, because, and especially with the High Priestess, some of you are recognizing that you have a role to play in this universe, and you do want to lead by example. You want to, I think some of you are really thinking about elevating your mind, elevating your perspectives on things, being able to evaluate, hey, if somebody is choosing to stay in a low vibrational energy, you don't want to keep giving and giving and giving and sapping and depleting your vibes. You know that you have that ability to make that discernment, and you actually have a responsibility to your own health, your own life, your own wellness, to say, sometimes people live lives where you're like, gosh, I wish that they could love themselves as much as I love them. But the old you might have said, okay, I'm going to love them 10 times harder because I want them to know, what love feels like. And then finally you realize they actually operate the way they want to. Is it healthy? Perhaps not. But then again, who are you to tell somebody that they need to get healthy? So you take on responsibility more for yourself, but responsible for the things that you see. If you can see something and you intuitively know it, you go, all right, I did know that. I did know that that's not the place I should be trying to put my energy. So I'm responsible for this. Sometimes I have to say this ingredient will not go into the cake that I've been baking. And if I do know that, then I had no business letting that person in my kitchen. So interesting. Virgos, you are like in a whole new vibe. I feel like on one hand, you're being stern with yourself. On the other hand, you're blossoming. And then now that we have summer, you are like super happy. It no longer weighs heavily on you. Virgos, if you had never wanted to give up on anybody, always felt like I don't want to leave somebody behind, I can see that, we could be happy together if only some things could shift. You're like, I'm not leaving somebody behind to suffer. I'm letting people choose what they need to for themselves. And as you relieve yourself of the responsibility to take them with you and to help them so much, your life gets happier and you get to this, I want to say, this place where you can really grow. It's a combination of a safe place. It's the castle that you want to live in. It's the life that you want to live, where there's a ton of happiness and there's nature around you and there's whatever your version of happy looks like. This is the gateway to get you there. But it's funny, Virgo, because this whole thing feels like it's all about you. Wow. Knight of Coins in the reverse. You making the significant change in yourself to release yourself of the burden of thinking that you are responsible for other people's wellness, when in fact you're allowed to look to your own wellness first, and even perhaps must. And this is a major change. Your quest in this life was not to consistently, like, okay, I'll give you a piggyback ride, I'll carry you to a better life, just come with me, no, you don't even have to walk, I'll just piggyback you there. And you're like, no, I can't piggyback everybody. That's a mistake. I can tell people that I live in a wonderful place. If you want to come over and visit, absolutely, but don't bring your nasty and try to put it in my cake. Like, you're having better boundaries. This is a significant change. Page of Cups in the reverse. You're not overgiving. You're not the one reaching out and trying to, wow. So I also want to say that you're not accepting either false offers of love. If somebody doesn't resonate 10,000% that they meant what they said, you got no problem saying, oh, that's not going to result in a happy outcome. I can tell this person is not my, I'll use the word destiny, but for the record, I believe only we make our destiny, but this person isn't my destiny because I can already tell that they're coming across as false. I'm not going to accept a false apology nor a false sense of, a love offer if I can tell they don't have what it takes to back it up. As you get comfortable doing that, it leads you right into the arms of your 10 of Cups person. And it's funny because to me, this is like what I would imagine the inside of that castle looks like. This is where you get tucked away with somebody that you love dearly, all snuggly, all cuddly. Ace of Swords in the reverse, though. This is something that comes your way when you don't expect it. This is not you seeing it clearly. This is not you controlling it either. Virgos, there's a whole lot of surrender in your reading, and at the same time, a whole lot of shifting all your focus to where it may sound selfish, but it's more about you than it is now about helping others all the time. And as you shift your focus that direction and surrender to the flow, like, you don't have to feel bad if you don't want to go out with somebody, because you're like, I can already tell we're not really in sync. And in this reading, it would say that the new version of you goes, if I can already tell, then I can just say no thanks. I don't have to keep trying to give somebody more time or feel guilty that I don't see us going anywhere. I can just go with that gut instinct. But what's funny is then you also relinquish control and something amazing comes in for you. So I don't know. I like that your 10 of Cups shows up when you don't expect it. All right, Capricorns. Capricorns at 109.50. All right. And you guys, as soon as I'm done with this, I will go ahead and post all the timestamps. MHM, yes, I did Pisces, my dear, at 10:56. Okay, so. Okay, so you got power. Capricorn, we start out with power, and it's the power of the mind. The hat references the mind, and you can see that we've got a lot of the, well, I'm going to say Roy G. Biv, right? You know, like all the colors of the rainbow here, which is the same as like colors of the chakra, colors of auras. So we have a lot of expansion of energy coming first from your mind. Capricorn, you guys have a great plan. I don't know. What is your plan, though? I kind of want one more card from this deck. I'm digging this one. What is this mental power that you have? You got to be kidding me. We have incubation again. This is like one of the most popular cards. It keeps shuffling out. So you have the power to transform. You have the power to possibly help others transform. Also, do you see what I see? This is the same thing that you have in right over your head. So basically I almost want to call it like your thought bubble, okay, that is hovering above your head. Your power comes from your incredible foresight. Maybe some of you can predict the future for yourself because you have the power to manifest it, and you know that. But it seems as if you think things pretty easily into growth. By the way, there's not a dirty fingernail. I crushed it. It's all bruised up. So sorry, FYI. I just realized that looks really weird. This is all about whatever you can think of. You've already put a plan into action. That plan is going to wind up coming to fruition. What is your plan? What's your plan? Let's go to this deck. All right, let's see here. Capricorn, your plan, it's something that you don't think everybody will agree with. So it could be something new, something fresh, something that you want to do, or you know that a bunch of eyes are going to be on you, and you're like, am I ready? Am I ready to be seen? Capricorns, this could be that some of you know that it's time to be like a more outgoing, sexy, more extroverted version of yourself. And you're like, oh, but if I do that, everybody's going to see me. Yeah, Cap, everybody is going to see you because they want to see you. You're attractive. You're skilled. You've got qualities that people want to come toward. I feel like some of you have been aware that it's time to put yourself out there, but you're like, but if I put myself out there, people are going to want to kiss me. It's like, yeah, darling, they're going to want to kiss you. Like, I don't know. Am I ready for that? Yeah, because remember, you hold the power. You just got the magician. You don't have to kiss anybody that you don't want to. But there's a part of you where okay, so I still feel like you have a plan of what you want to do. And I think it's a significant shift in your life. And you know it would be successful, but you're biding your time on it. The change that you would make in your life could be significant enough that you know it'll also bring in all new people in your world, or one particular new person. I feel like with the magician, you are about ready to create something like a different way of life for you. I don't think this is as simple as, oh, I'm ready to start dating. I feel like this could be, you're ready to change your entire career path to something vastly different that you've never done before. Maybe you're ready to take some tremendous adventure. Maybe you want to restart your life in a completely different way and reinvent yourself. And it's like, if I change everything, this reading, I feel like, is for those who are like really closely connected to their peer group or their family group, where people know who the Capricorn is, right? And they have expectations of who the Capricorn is. But the Capricorn is like, guys, I'm more than what you think I am. I'm that too. But I'm also it's like some of you have been playing small for way too long in your life. You have abilities and a persona that you haven't shown. Like, you're probably not going to strut around like a James Bond character or a femme fatale around your family members, right? Who know you by your pet name of, Peanut or Booger, right? But in truth, you are extremely sexy. You could be a famous actor or actress, and you could play characters that are, steamy and smoldering, and the whole world is like, oh my God. And you're like, yeah, but my family knows me as Peanut or Booger, and that could be the equivalent of this. Like, that you have the ability to be so successful, but you also know that some people are going to look at you and be like, well, who do you think you are? And you're like, I'm who I've always been, but I'm more than what you thought I was too. This is where it's like, you're going to do this. You're revving up. You're getting ready to really come out of your shell and really shine, but it could surprise other people. This is not on a whim. This is not something that you are tentative about. Capricorns aren't really tentative, are they? They pretty much go, I'm going to do that. And then maybe it's 3 years down the road, but they said they were going to do it. And they said it in here. They didn't say it out loud. Nobody knows that they've had a plan that's been very well thought out. They've researched a ton. They know exactly what they're going to do. And then one day they just do it. And other people might think, what is this, whimsical? You're just going to go, whatever, move to LA and try your hand at acting. And they're like, no, I actually already know I can do this. I know it because I've foreseen it and I've prepped myself. And I know it's different than what you would expect me to do, but I actually know I'm going to do this, and I know I'm going to be successful. There's an element here where you're not surprised about what you're going to do, but other people will be. Hermit in the reverse, Virgo energy. This is you saying, I know where I need to go. There's Capricorn. Some of you are incredibly, like you have a very rare talent. She's a mermaid. That's a mythical creature, right? They don't even really exist. And yet everybody is out there kind of searching. It's like, that you have a talent, or you have a style, or you have something that's going to be incredibly a high commodity thing, but you've been hiding out for a while. You're not hiding out anymore. So whether you're putting your talents out there, or you're putting your face out there, or you're willing to step into the limelight, or you're simply willing to allow yourself to date, and maybe you've got your cap set on somebody who is like an unexpected person, like your family wouldn't have expected you to wind up with. I don't know why I keep talking about like fame or something, or somebody who's in a totally different place. Anytime I see ships sailing, I think of travel. This could be, I'm ready to uproot my life, move to a different country, and, have some romance with somebody, and the family's like, wait, what? It could be something very unexpected. We've got a 2 of Cups in the reverse, and we've got a Judgment in the reverse. Normally I would read this differently than how I'm about to. I feel like this is it's like your life has been interwoven into someone else's, and you've subtly known that for a very, very long time. But there's been a big delay. So the Judgment in the reverse is a delay in coming together with someone that is like a twin flame. Now, I don't know if you already know this person, or if you are going out to meet them, or if you've seen them and you just feel this difficult to explain draw to someone, or you sense that my person, the connection that I'm going to have, I know I'm not going to meet them until I do this, or until I move there, or until I change my career to this. I know that there is some powerful connection because I'm drawn toward it like a magnet, even though it hasn't happened yet. But this is an interesting reading. I don't know if this is making any sense. This is like, I always look at these interwoven tulip stems like DNA, like a double helix. It's like, that there is a place where you belong, and with maybe a particular person that you sense them, you feel them, and you've been apart for a long time, or maybe never been together with them, but you're not going to come into union until you make these significant changes in your life that are going to surprise other people, even though you're like, but you don't understand. I know what I'm doing. So interesting reading. This is a fun story because it's like, wow, Capricorn is, in this story, Capricorn is listening to their inner guidance about something that they feel compelled to do that only they understand. And there's a little bit of like a mystical vibe to it. It's like, I don't know how I know, I just know. I need to go there. I need to be there. I need to do that. I'm called to stand on a certain cliff and look out across a specific sea because somehow that is where a specific person is going to be that I need to connect with. And I don't know how to explain that out loud to anybody, but that's what I got to go do. It's something, you know, it's not that, it's just an example of something that's hard to explain. All right. And last but not least, Taurus, 1/20/18. All right, Taurus, here we go. What do we got for you? Oh, Susan, I'm glad that made sense. Martin, thank you. You know what, Lorna, that was a great way to say it. Yeah, I think Cappy definitely cowboys up, right? Okay, so Taurus, here we go. So Taurus, you just got the Power card also, and you got the Feminine card. So Taurus, there is either, so I don't read genders, right? But for some reason I want to right now. And I never do. I always talk about like divine masculine, divine feminine, but for whatever reason, I feel like we are right now referencing an incredibly powerful human being who may be a female. This could be somebody that you admire and respect, a mother figure, a grandmother, somebody that inspires you. And it's somehow their vibe. It's not that you are emulating them. It's not that you are following in their footsteps. It's, you could be doing something totally different, but there's something about them that clicks on that inner fire within you. And you go, I'm as powerful as they are. I didn't really realize that until now, but they've given me, it's almost like static electricity. So, you know, sometimes you put on your socks and you walk on the carpet and scrub, 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 and then you don't want to try to get out of your house, or I don't want to. I hate to get zapped. I hate electricity zapping me. But, you know, is it the carpet's fault? Is it the socks' fault? Well, it was the interaction of the two. That's what I mean. This person is not someone where it's like you go, oh, I want to be like them, so I'm going to whatever, you know, dye my hair their color, or I'm going to take every word of advice and ask them, you know, to force feed me like every step of what I should do in my life. No, no, no. It's not that. It's instead they flick on that power within you that you already held. But this is nice. This is you stepping into an incredible amount of power. Now, this could also be that two people, again, doesn't matter what genders really, but somebody, if you're like a masculine or a feminine who is interacting, this could be, they light you up as far as love goes. This could be somebody who suddenly makes you feel super passionate, you know, and you go, wow, I didn't know I could feel this much passion or this powerful about romance, about feelings of, you know, desire. So this could be, but it makes you feel more powerful in yourself. Like you want to step into this awesome energy where it's like you are, you know that you've got worth, you know that like they give you wings somehow a little bit. I don't know, but let's see where this is going to go. Yes, we'll go this deck. Somebody is flicking on your light switch. That's what Taurus. We've got Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is not new. This was dormant. Just like, okay, if a light switch is turned off in your house, it doesn't mean that there's not an electrical current in that wall all the time. All you had to do was allow it to run. This is almost like you're realizing, oh, I didn't need to change anything. I needed to simply make this little teeny tiny light flip to turn it on. I feel like some of you, once you start like emanating this power, I feel like it, I don't even want to say oozes out of you. I feel like it expands outward in a tremendous way. But if the Ace of Pentacles is here in the reverse, oh wow, Six of Swords, this is definitely transforming something. If you had been thinking, when are things in my life going to change? You never needed to change you. You needed to unharness you, if that makes sense. With the Six of Swords here, this is about moving out of choppy energy and into calmer waters. And water always represents emotions to me. All of this was a state of mind, is what I would say. Somebody is making you feel passionate, powerful, and like ready to take a leap of faith on yourself. So this is a Sufi dancer, and they spin and spin, and their spinning is mimicking the movement of the planets overhead. And so it's like they go into this form of active meditation. And I've always thought that was kind of a beautiful idea, that they're connecting with the spinning because it mimics the rotation of our planets. It's like, you know, I use the analogy of like static electricity, but now I almost feel like you are like in this spiral, you're pulling more and more energy into yourself. And you're realizing, wow, there's not anything that I can't do. So you didn't ever need to change your life. You needed to know that you are the change. And then whatever you want next, you can absolutely have. You've got the Sun card in the reverse. You still haven't decided which direction to project your, like you're ready. I feel like a lot of you are just ready for a passionate, romantic connection when maybe you thought you weren't going to have one for a really long time. Maybe you didn't think you were sexy. Maybe you didn't think you were attractive. And then you're like, wait a minute. Maybe you see just the right person and you go, sexiness comes from charisma. It has nothing to do with physique. It has everything to do with charisma. And I'm flipping charismatic. Why did I not know this about myself? This could be you suddenly saying, I didn't even realize until I saw this other person, and I saw them with the it factor, and now I understand what the it factor is. And I realize I've been basically playing it too small. I've got the it factor too. All I needed to do was flip on my light switch. Somebody makes you feel alive and attractive and powerful. And then the only thing is like, well, then what direction do you want to take that power and that passion? It is up to you. You want to go in a new direction with someone. So 3 of Wands, you're able to now think about what the life is going to look like for you that you want to build. And it's more like, how do you want to present yourself? It's not about who do you want to become. You already are all of this. It's more like, how do you want to walk through your life? What persona do you want to show to others? And a lot of you are like, well, I want to show the real me. I didn't really quite realize that I can be unapologetically powerful and be me. And that is what's so attractive. We've got this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. There is an awareness now that, look, if you want to earn tons of money, you can, but I feel like you've lost interest in going after a ton of financial abundance. That's not where your happiness is. And I'm going to double down on that, because in the past, maybe that had been the kind of cooperation you'd had, the kind of relationships you'd had, the kind of interactions you'd had, and it doesn't satisfy you. There's no 10 of Cups there. If you were to continue working with people whose mindset was like that, you're like, no. Taurus is a hard worker. Taurus is awesome, but Taurus is not the work horse where that's what somebody's going to be attracted to the Taurus for. And I don't know if Taurus knew that there is, how do I say this? If Taurus started to feel at some point in their life like people want me because I'm a good provider or I'm always stable and steady, and that Taurus really started to think that that's all they were, and so they didn't realize how sexy and attractive they were, this is a big turnaround. Maybe you were with somebody who made you feel that way, but that's not who you're going to be with in the future. I feel like it's an interesting thing where it's like, oh my God, wait a second. I'm super sexy. I'm sexy? Yeah, I am sexy. I haven't looked in the mirror in a long time. I didn't know that I am charismatic and that I have things that attract people to me. I feel like you guys had been living with some blinders on, and you had formed a poor opinion of yourself, and somebody wakes you up. Somebody, whatever this is, it either makes you feel more alluring, or it wakes you up and you become attracted to other people, and it lights you up and you go, oh my gosh, life is not just about hard work and labor and I've got to provide. Otherwise, I won't have a partner that respects me, or I won't be a good catch. You're realizing my bankroll has nothing to do with whether or not I'm a catch. I've always been a catch. I feel like this is a major turning point in the way Taurus sees themselves. It's a huge like uplift in your spirit, in your understanding of what your true worth really is. And it's funny that it centers around a very sexy vibe here. We've got a 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. You are not going to back down and get worried, or it's not going to be a flash in the pan where you go, oh, who am I kidding? For a minute, I was all excited, and now, no, never mind. People only like me if I'm really, financially stable, or if I'm a hard worker. You're not going to let yourself slip back into that poor opinion, or that incorrect opinion of yourself. This is a shift, and you're going to stay in that nice energy, which is so good to see. You also have a lot more ease at weeding out people that are withholding their emotions. Sometimes just because somebody can't give you their emotions, that the problem is within them, not within you. So if you had dealt with that in the past, you're able to see it. What's incredible is that you're able to see very clearly that that's where the illusion came from. Maybe you didn't get or didn't have in the past partners that were really warm and loving. And so you'd never had the reassurance of how beautiful you were, how handsome you were, how valuable you were. But that was a form of deception. Possibly you had been with people that were struggling with their own senses of self-worth. They couldn't show emotion. They didn't know how to express, and they didn't know how to manifest. And then that got you thinking that, well, that's how they see me. No, that's how they saw themselves. And then it kind of rubbed off on you. And it's like you're waking up from that. Whatever this is, we've got the Devil in the reverse, and then we've got the 3 of Wands in the reverse. You're not waiting until later to make significant changes. You're shedding this old skin now. And I feel like you're also changing your perspective on passion. This particular Devil card there's a tremendous amount of passion. We've got a lover's embrace down here on that side of the card. We've got your perspective change. Some of you like maybe felt like, I'll never find a passionate lover. Maybe I'm not a passionate person. No, Taurus, you're a super passionate person. You just maybe didn't get paired in the past with people that were able to like be, fun and exploratory and really like enjoy all of those other tangible parts of life. Just the comfort of, holding your partner's hand. Maybe you'd been with a cold partner in the past, and then you thought, I guess maybe I'm a cold person. You're not at all. And that's the part that you're shedding, and you're shedding it now because you're seeing things differently. But I like the fact that this is all so much about you walking with some swagger. You maybe if you've not flirted in a long time, all of a sudden you go, I like flirting. I like the fun and the excitement of meeting somebody, and sorry, I don't do flirty faces very good. So don't do what I did, Taurus. No, but you've got a way about you perhaps where you are going to be comfortable, and you're going to get much better about the eyebrow thing than I am, and have a good time in that side of life. So that's what I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for being with me. You guys are awesome. It's nice to have you here. And thank you for all the fun messages and stuff. You guys are a delight. All right. So don't forget that starting November the 1st, I will be doing a giveaway every single day. And it's something different. And they're kind of, well, I think they're kind of fun things to give away. I'm super excited to do it, but I will be giving something away every day, all through the month of November and December. And To enter to win it, it'll be different every day. I'll tell you guys how that works. But it'll only happen on my bonus readings that I put out daily. Okay. So I do the today's topic readings, and those I put out at midnight, and you guys can always enter to win a free reading with me there. I give one away every single week. But my bonus general messages I put out in the daytime. And that is the series that I will be doing the giveaways on. So anyway, we'll have a winner every single day. So you guys take care. Thank you for being with me. Oh, Dee, I'm glad that resonated. That's awesome. Oh, good. Ribs 747, Capricorn made sense to you also. Mandy, good for you, sweetheart. Yeah, it's nice to know that you're beautiful. And sometimes people forget that, right? So anyway, all right, you guys take care. Mwah.